27 languages. They stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The government's core mandate is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of a roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project. That answers somebody's question.
For the past 20 weeks, the front bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
When you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers, you bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Now airing every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Okwongera okuyiga ebikwata ku musolo n'okubisembereza abagusasula. Bannayuganda bangi balina ebibuuzo ebikwata ku musolo gwe basasula eri ekitongole ekiwooza URA.
When we come at revenue, they tell us to clear kitenge at 10,000.
Alikuwa fika kwa mwingine URA na kurespect lazima mzetongee. Munaongee. Akuna fika kwa nyingine na kamata faili yako naweka kwa drawer na.
Okutegeera obukulu bw'okusasula omusolo busobola okuyamba okuzza bizinesi yo n'okwewala okufiirizibwanga. Kati osobola okufuna okuddibwamu obutereevu. Sindika ebibuuzo ebikwata ku musolo ng'oweereza obubaka bw'obutereevu ne WhatsApp ku nnamba y'essimu 0790 14 18 87. Olwo ofuna okuddibwamu okuva wa kamisona General URA John Musinguzi. Laba amawulire gaffe UBC leero buli lwa bbalaza n'olwokusatu ofuna okunnyonnyola okulambulukufu okuva ew'omukenkufu. Buuza kamisona.
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time. time. Go vote your leaders.
No!
Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Hello, and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to this Extra on this special day when our national budget is going to be read. Well, a number of countries within the East African community are going to be reading their budgets today. And Uganda will be reading her budget of 72 trillion Uganda shillings. Now, what does that mean? How much of that are we going to be contributing domestically? How much of that is going to be concessional or non-concessional loans? And what does it mean to your sector? What has been your share of the national budget for the financial year 2025-2026? Not forgetting that the budget is what we expect to collect and how we plan to spend it. But also very importantly, as a country, we have a document that we've been moving through that has been the National Development Plan. We had the National Development Plan 1, 2, we've been with 3, and now here comes the NDP4. Now this morning, I want to be discussing the NDP4, the National Development Plan Phase 4, well knowing that well as the budget is being read, now how we plan to steer development is contained in this document, in the plan we are supposed to follow. Join me, welcome, that is Charles Musana, who is the acting manager, that is information, advocacy and public relations. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Robert. Good morning and thank you for having me.
Well, nice having you on such a day. Now, Charles, to begin with, when we talk about the National Development Plan, let's just have to break this to the minds of many people. What is the National Development Plan, much as it sounds that?
Thank you so much, Robert. Before I talk about the National Development Plan, I would like to start by briefly giving an overview on NPA. We are a government agency which was established by the 1995 Constitution and Act 125 as the agency responsible for development planning. And that act was, that article 125 was operationalized by Act 15 of the year 2002 that established the National Planning Authority. So our mandate is basically to produce comprehensive and integrated development plans. We started with our long-term plan, which is Vision 2040, and to achieve that, we have medium-term plans that are 5-year plans, and as you rightly said, we are now in our 4th phase where we're starting the implementation of NDP4. So the budget that is going to be read today is actually informed by NDP4. It's the first budget that is going to implement the 4th National Development Plan. Now, this is like an overall strategy for our country on where we want to be within the next 5 years. Now, you'll realize that NDP4 is the first of 3 5-year development plans that aim to achieve the tenfold development, the tenfold growth strategy, where we want to double the size of our economy every 5 years. And our target is to grow the economy from about 53.7 billion shillings in financial year 2023-24 to 500 billion, it's $1 billion, not billion shillings, $500 billion by the year 2029-2030. So basically, a development plan is a plan for a country that outlines the goals that the country wants to achieve within a specified period of time, but also the strategies that are going to be implemented to achieve that goal.
Now, having said that, let's look at areas of focus in phase 4 of the National Development Plan.
Thank you so much, Robert. We have quite a number of areas that we're focusing on. But before that, you know, we are serving the NRM government.
Yes.
And the NRM manifesto has a focus. And that focus is, they normally talk about 4 principles that the president normally talks about. There is patriotism, there is Pan-Africanism, there is democracy, and socio-economic transformation. So that's what informs NDP4. And now moving on to the focus of NDP4, we're starting the implementation of NDP4 under the tenfold growth strategy. So our main focus are areas we are calling ATMs. And ATM stands for agricultural industrialization. As we know, we are an agricultural country, and it's very important to ensure that we improve productivity, but also move into value addition. So no longer merely talking about improving agricultural productivity, but we're talking about agricultural industrialization, and that stands for the A. T is tourism development. We have a huge tourism potential, and we hope that if we improve our tourism sector and develop new tourism products, we'll be in position to achieve our development goals. And then M stands for minerals, and under minerals, we also have oil and gas, and we aim to fast track the production of oil and gas. And then S stands for science, technology, and innovation. And in NDP4, that is a cross-cutting area. We want to seriously invest in science, technology, and innovation. But also, NDP4 is the last development plan that we're going to implement under the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. So we are also fast-tracking the 17 SDGs that aim to end poverty, protect the environment, and ensure that we all enjoy peace and prosperity. Thank you.
Now, of course, when we look at there is a challenge. Recently, when we had the summit here, many of the leaders that attended were actually confirming that the countries, a number of countries, couldn't make it by then. But you've talked about the ATMs. Now, one of the things that runs to my mind quick is how different is NDP4 from NDP3, NDP2, I see like one may wonder, aren't they the same things that we are just doing again? Is that we are improving? Because they seem more or less the same thing, and you can't do the same thing over and ever and expect different results.
Thank you so much, Robert, for that wonderful question. You know, when you're doing development planning, first of all, you have to be consistent. I want to inform the country that NDP4 builds on the achievements of the previous national development plans. And I'm also pleased to say that despite challenges here and there, under the first 3 development plans, we have achieved quite a lot as a country. We have improved our infrastructure, our electricity generation has gone up, we have security and peace, our children are going to school and the standards are improving. And we've also improved our health standards. And we have key performance indicators to talk to that. Life expectancy has gone up. It's now at 68.2 years. And then infant mortality has come down. Maternal mortality has come down. So things are improving.
We aren't yet the best, but we have made some.
Yes, we're moving towards the right direction. So basically what makes NDP4 quite different. When we were developing NDP4, we did quite a lot of consultations, much more than we did for NDP1, 2, and 3. So it's people-centered. Then, as I said, it's the first plan we're implementing under the tenfold growth strategy. But also, NDP4 is different in that we're putting a lot of emphasis on the program-based approach, because as a country, we want to move away from silos. You know, you find Ministry of Health planning alone, Ministry of Education planning alone, and yet we are talking about human capital development. So we are going to put a lot of emphasis on the program-based approach, but also, you know, it's one thing to plan, and it's another thing to finance the plan. So this time round, we have indicative planning figures to ensure that the plan is more realistic. And with that, we hope to achieve quite a lot with NDP4. And then it's more targeted towards benefiting the local people.
Before you go to benefiting, you hinted on something very important. That is planning, then the budgeting. Many times when I look at NDP3, I must say that you find it's not in tandem with the budget priorities. You would find what takes the big chunk of the budget, 2025, 2026. And when you look at NDP4, the priorities in NDP4 may not be the budget priorities. Now, this is always where I get puzzled. You look at what will take the lion's share and what NDP has pointed to be the priority. You've talked about the ATMs. Now, yes, human capital development takes, maybe one would say, in there. So when you do this broad consultation, where do we go wrong?
I would like to assure the country that we've not gone wrong in any place. And we're on track to achieve our objectives. As I said,
let me just break down this way, Musana.
Yes.
If my priority is to educate my children, to take them to school back for a second term, I have 5 million on me, and that is what I have. Then my children's school fees would spend about 3 million of that. But then you find that I'm going to deposit on a car of 4 million, and I'm left with $1 million for school fees.
Well, I don't want us to compare depositing money on a car to something as important as, for example, security of the country. Our main focus are the ATMs that I've talked about, but we can only achieve our Vision 2040 aspirations if we have peace and security. So we are happy that So far, government is doing a very good job in ensuring that we are peaceful and safe. We can sleep. You can sleep safely, and your children wake up and go to school the next day. So as NPA, we don't have any problem with that. But also, I want to inform the country that these development plans are coordinated by NPA, but they are we developed them as a country. We went to cabinet and we got cabinet approval. We went to parliament and NDP4 was approved by parliament. We consulted our development partners. We've worked with our local government stakeholders, and the civil society organizations are on board. And then National Planning Authority is an agency under Ministry of Finance, and we work closely both on the development plans but also on the budgets. And NPA issues what they call a certificate of compliance, which we would not issue if the budget was not in tandem with the 4th National Development Plan. So I'm happy that we are doing a good job as a country.
Okay, that said, of course, we wait to see. We have Vision 2030. And of course, we know globally there's so much that we are waiting to see. One of them, we are looking at ending hunger. We are looking at ending poverty or reducing poverty. And it is such documents that will determine how countries are going to get there. Are we on the right course? We are in phase 4 of our National Development Plan. Now, I want you to take it to the common person. How is this going to benefit them?
How is NDP4 going to benefit the ordinary Ugandan? That is very important. Now, you realize that most of our people are into business, and I want to start from there. And one of the challenges that we have as a country is the high cost of credit. So under NDP4, we are devising strategies to bring down the cost of credit so that our people can do business. That's number one. Number two, we are focusing on reducing the cost of transportation by investing heavily in the standard gauge railway, but also renovating the meter gauge railway. That will bring down the cost of doing business, but also improve access to markets. Those are two. And then we are looking at lowering electricity tariffs. And this will directly benefit the wananchi, the local people. But also investing in human capital development. In the next 5 years, we are focusing on ensuring that we have a healthy and productive population, and that will benefit our people. I want to also go back to the goal of the 4th National Development Plan. The goal is basically one, to raise household incomes. And when we talk about raising household incomes, we're talking about improving the quality of life of our people. We are also looking at fully monetizing the economy. It's unfortunate that as we speak today, about 33.1% of households in this country are still living under subsistence. And we want to transition them from subsistence to the money economy. And then we are looking at creating jobs. You know, most of Ugandans are young and youthful, so we need to ensure that they have job opportunities. And when we create these jobs under NDP4, we are directly benefiting the local Ugandans. And then, most importantly, we are also going to focus on infrastructure development, and this will create jobs, but it will also improve service delivery when you have very good infrastructure. And then in tourism, we are looking at developing new tourism products, which will create employment for our people. And lastly, what I want to talk about is, you know, we are talking about science, technology, and innovation, and this comes on board with a lot of benefits. Benefits in digital health, you understand. So there are many benefits to the local people. And as we grow the economy, the real beneficiaries are the local people. Yes.
Well, we are discussing the National Development Plan Phase 4, and of course how you stand to benefit as a Ugandan, but also what entails, what is its focus, what are the areas of priority. Now, one thing very easy for you to take home and keep knowing, we have the ATMs, and my guest just explained them. That is looking at the agriculture sector in terms of value addition, looking at tourism in that area, looking at ICT, looking at technology. But this takes me to something very important again, is the financing. How are we planning to finance this? Because much as the National Planning Authority and the document has gone through, like you rightly said, we are now going in a political year. Yes, this is a 5-year plan, but you're going in a political year. It is all about, and priorities may change automatically, and you said peace takes priority, which no doubt about that. So how are we looking into that area?
Thank you so much. Before moving into financing, I did forget to talk about PDM, because PDM benefits our people directly.
That was, I thought, under the 31 who are still out of the money economy.
Yes, but you know, it's quite unfortunate that we've reduced PDM to one pillar, which is the financial pillar, and yet the parish development model has 7 pillars. And under NDP4, we want to scale up PDM to ensure that we take development to the grassroots. Now, talking about financing of NDP4, the entire bill is about $549 billion over the next 5-year period, and government is likely to contribute 69.6%, whereas the private sector will contribute about 30.3% of the financing. Now, this time round, we are focusing on improving domestic resource mobilization. That's what we are focusing on. And then secondly, we are focusing on private-public partnerships. So those are the 2 major avenues under which we are going to finance NDP4. Previously, we were so much thinking about external funding, but this time round, we want to improve domestic revenue collection by narrowing the gap between the tax GDP ratio.
How are you going to do that? Yet earlier you said one of the priorities is making it cheaper to do business. Now, whenever we talk about looking at the domestic revenue, collecting revenue, we are talking about getting taxes from our people. Well, knowing our tax base is still very small as well when you look at how many people are paying to the tax base as well. So how are you going to balance this?
I like that question because I'm passionate about growing businesses in this country. And I have moved to quite a number of local governments preaching the same gospel that you're talking about. Now, I talked about growing our tax base. And how do you do that? I'm very happy to inform the country that right now there is a new policy whereby if you establish a new business and you formalize that business by registering it, URA will give you a tax holiday of 3 years to first grow your business before you start paying your taxes. And we need to agree that paying taxes is a very good thing, because no outsider is going to come here to help us develop our country. This is our country, and we should happily pay taxes to develop the country. But we need to develop the tax base. And some of the strategies of developing this tax base include what I said: reducing the cost of doing business, reducing the cost of credit, ensuring that we give people some breathing space to first grow their businesses before they start paying taxes. So the strategies that are outlined in NDP4 actually point towards increasing revenue collection by creating a conducive environment for the private sector to thrive.
Okay. Well, allow me to go for a very short break. When I return, I and my guest, we are still looking at the National Development Plan Phase 4. That is the document that is going to propel us as a country to the vision of 2030, where we are looking at ending poverty, but also hunger, among others, as we are looking at the strategic goals to see development. We'll return shortly. Let's go for this break.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Arroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Arroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Arroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Arroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.